Good Sunday morning. It is 6:45 and we're in for a nice day today. We're expecting partly cloudy skies to be with us today, and we're going to have milder temperatures coming our way by afternoon. It's not that way this morning. Got to tell you, it's cold out there again. In fact, temperatures are in the teens again, so you'll need the winter gear, but it's going to get a little bit better today. We do have this little bundle of energy up over southern Canada. It's worked into the woods of Maine. And that is actually going to be working in and just crossing through and into the Maritimes. So we don't need to worry about that necessarily. But notice the southern flank of this has some clouds with it. And I think some of those will graze Connecticut from time to time with just some patchy fair weather clouds running through our skies. And you can see there's more of that patchy cloudiness back through the lower peninsula of Michigan, back through Wisconsin. And so when we talk about the next couple of days and we look downstream, which is in that direction, we do have at least partly cloudy skies in the forecast. So this is actually good weather coming our way, essentially. The one thing is, too, is that there's this system down to the south. And during this time of the year, you have to watch those, because if there's any merging of the two jet stream wind patterns, you get the coastal storms. But they're completely separate. And as long as that's the case, there's a wall between us and the tropical connection. And therefore, we just don't see a major storm in our future, at least for the next several days. So I guess for a Christmas week and a Hanukkah week where there's a lot of travel going on, that's good news. Let's go to this graphic full screen. These are the temperatures. I just wanted to show you another thing when we look downstream, that there is warmer air as well. And I'm using that in quotes because we're comparing teens that we have here across southern New England to what is technically warmer, which is readings in the 30s towards Toronto and also Buffalo. So although a 30-degree temperature is not really warm, technically it's warmer than the teens, and that's the type of air that's coming our way. So this cold morning that we have is really going to evaporate here as we get into the afternoon. We've got 19 in Hartford. It is 31 in New Haven and 26 in Bridgeport. And that's because there's a little influence off the water with a little bit of a breeze. The water temperature is 42, and if you're close to that, it's just not going to get as cold as a couple miles inland. You can see Torrington, for instance, is at 16. We've got 16 in Norwich, whereas Groton is at 22. But here's where readings will go later on today. We're thinking low to mid 40s for highs later on this afternoon. Hartford might get to 46. We might see a 42 or a 43 in Pomfret and Putnam. We might see a 42 or a 43 in Winchester and Torrington today. And we might see about a 45 or so in Brantford, North Brantford, East Haven, and New Haven today. And then as we look towards tonight, we're expecting temperatures to go into the 20s, maybe a 28 in Hartford, a little bit colder in Salisbury, maybe a few colder spots in northeastern Connecticut too. And right along the shoreline, we're thinking Bridgeport, New Haven, we here will probably see a 29 or a 30 for an overnight low. When we go to the Futurecast, tomorrow's weather today, just want to show you that there will be a few fair weather clouds drifting by from time to time. But overall, it's not going to do much to the sky except add a little bit of interest. We'll see a lot of sunshine in there too. And with that, we are going to see those temperatures into the lower and middle 40s. And that's in your early warning 7-day forecast. As we look toward tomorrow, I think it'll be milder yet. A little bit breezy too, I think, on your Monday. But look at that, 40s to near 50 degrees.